before I get into this, just look at the reaction I had when I actually got it myself.
Actually, there's no way. Hell. Yeah, that's the... That's a critter, right? Alright, cool.
I'm disappointed. I guess that's really all I can say about it. As poor game design. Don't get me wrong, it's a cool weapon, and I really like it. Like, the idea of it. But I don't think it was performed well at all. I think it was performed really, really poorly. You have this essential stat stick of a weapon locked behind the rarest drop rate in the game, with effects of other things which already exist, and you just make it really hard to obtain. That's what this weapon is. It doesn't bring anything new to the table at all, really. When I saw this relic weapon, and I saw that there was going to be a weapon, I'm like, brother, it's going to do something cool, right? It's going to have like some unique niche effect, which is going to like change how you actually play the game when using it, or actually add on to the layers of combat. This is just a weapon on steroids. That's all this is. You lock a steroid weapon, which is by far one of the most meta weapons in the game. Just looking at what it can do, it's the most meta weapon in the game pretty much. It's a medium with the most heavy damage. It's been nerfed now. They just recently released a patch which nerfed it, but even then it's still really, really good. You basically just put something like this behind an RNG wall and then you call it a day? Sure, you add the puzzle to it. That was cool. I really liked that. You should do more stuff of that with puzzles. The relic was cool. I liked it. It's a rare drop. But why did you have to make it a stat stick? Stat stick is fucking awful game design. And it genuinely makes me worried about the future of the game as well. Because if more things are taken like this, even for this weapon, let me just go back. Even for this weapon, they're going to either nerf it to the ground, which makes people who have grinded for it, like myself. I spent 70 hours grinding for this thing in 7 days. That's 10 hours a day grinding for this thing. And then I didn't even manage to get it myself. Someone else gave it to me on that 7th day. That's how stupidly rare this thing is. And then it's going to be inevitably nerfed. Inevitably, it has to be nerfed. It's too strong otherwise. Since it's just a stat stick. If it was like some niche effect that it did, it wouldn't need to be nerfed because it's a niche effect that has an added layer to combat and isn't just a stronger layer of combat. That's what this weapon is. It's just a stronger layer of combat. This is not how you add things which are rare. And I'll be honest, even the fondant splinter has better game design than this weapon does. It has a niche effect which diverts how you would normally play the game. It has low damage and its crit is removed in exchange for a heal. It entirely breaks how you would play normally in exchange for a little bit of healing. And that's good game design. That's how you should design weapons. Especially if it's something this rare. You want it to have a unique effect and not just, oh, let's add effects from everything else and put it onto this mega stat stick. That's what the weapon is. And I really, really don't like that. I come out of my video hibernation once every God knows how long to make something like a video on something that I really dislike. This is one of them. I don't like this. It goes in a direction which I really despise and disappointed. And don't get me wrong, I really don't want to discourage you guys from making things like this again, because it was good, except for the end result. The puzzle, really fun, and I love the Cold Forge, I love the lore was so good. And I see this fire and passion in you guys, and I know you guys can make such amazing things for this game, and I see it. And that's why I wanted to say these things and point these things out, is because I know that you guys can do it better. I know that you guys have it in you. You guys are really good at this stuff. And that's why I'm disappointed, because I know that you guys can do better.